Tonight on CTV News, the polls are closed and the results are rolling in. The issues and stories that matter to you in election 2012. And many CSU students are voting for the first time, the experience that many of you had from one student's eyes. And later, a behind-the-scenes look at our newsroom right here at CSU.
Students cast their votes today for the President of the United States, many for the first time in their lives. Thanks for being with us. I'm Michael McNulty.
And I'm Katie Spencer. CSU students and the Fort Collins community are sitting and waiting this evening for the election results to roll in. That's right, Katie. And we have reporters on the scene all around Fort Collins talking with students. We begin tonight at the Democratic Watch Party, where CTV reporter Kyle Howes is standing by. Kyle?
I'm CTV reporter Kyle Howes coming to you from the Marriott Fort Collins. It is here in this ballroom where Larimer County Democrats will come to watch their candidate during the final moments of the election. The Marriott will host a variety of political speakers along with live action from Decision 2012.
That's right, Kyle. We're here at the Ptarmigan Country Club, where supporters of Kevin Lundberg for the Republican Party have come here. A lot of energy in the room, all in support, all waiting to hear the results of this 2012 election. Now, you can continue to follow this election on CTV11news.com. Continue, check back with us for updates. We'll keep you updated all throughout the night for your election coverage. Back to you in the studio, Katie.
All right, thanks, Katie. Over 2 million voters cast their ballots today in Colorado, including thousands of students in the LSC. I followed one CSU student through his voting experience.
Okay, keep that out. You'll need it in a minute.
Yes, sir.
Go out the top.
Yes, sir.
Current residents, ignore the rest.
All right.
After months of campaigning and waiting for Election Day, it's finally here. CSU sophomore Kevin Ulibarri, along with thousands of other students, went to the LSC North Ballroom today to vote.
I like the principle, the idea of actually coming in on voting day and voting and casting your vote. Thank you.
Make sure that
It was Ulibarri's first time, and he's been looking forward to this day for a while.
I've been staying up on it. I've been ready to get it over with. It's a really important election, I feel, and it's going to be a very close race, and I feel like it was important for all of us to get out and vote.
Signs, ads, and campaigners have been abundant in this election, but it's all coming to an end. And to Ulibarri, it was worth it.
Thank you. It was. To me, it was, personally.
And for the night of?
I have my TV set up, I have DVR'd it, and I'm ready for the election. So.
Many students I talked to today believe their vote to be important, since Larimer County and Colorado are very important in this decision.
More election coverage continues after the break.
And later, one sustainability topic being brought up in Fort Collins. What community members think about plastic versus paper bags in a grocery store near you.
Hey students! ASCSU is your student body government. To find out more, come visit us in room 109 of the LSC.
Some key issues will affect Colorado's voice to the rest of the nation in this election.
Here to talk about those issues and how they shape Colorado are CTV political reporters Sean Corbett and Dylan Thomas.
Thanks. I'm Dylan Thomas with our political specialist, Sean Corbett, alongside me as well. You know, Sean, it's been a very interesting political season so far, especially being in a swing state like Colorado. You know, what would you say it's been so far as a media outlet?
It's been fantastic for us as reporters. I mean, we're not going to be complaining about all of the politicians, celebrities that have been coming in here. We've had plenty of coverage. I wonder about those other states, though, that haven't had as much coverage as we have. Montana, some of those states that already decided. Texas is obviously Republican, California is Democrat. They haven't seen a lot of rallies. They haven't had these presidential candidates coming out there and talking to them. So I really wonder if they're on the same level of issues that we are. So we've seen a lot of advertising.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. A few of our staff members were in Georgia a few weeks ago, and there was not a single ad the entire time we were there for political season. So it's really interesting to see the different perspectives.
Why did you come back?
Yeah, exactly. Many people would wonder that. So, you know, the funding in Colorado has been crazy for this. The TV businesses has been accepting a lot of cash money from all these campaigns.
And super PACs. You've got to count in those super PACs. It's billions of dollars.
And the attention Colorado has received is ridiculous. Along the East Coast, there are a lot of swing states, and there's a chance that it comes down to Colorado.
It could. It definitely could. We ran through a couple models here before the show, and Nevada and Colorado, yeah, there's 9 electoral votes up for Colorado. That's still a lot in electoral vote college. So.
And there's a chance they're saying that it could come down to a tie, 269 votes. Try in a quick sentence, say what would happen with the election if that were to happen.
Well, let's hope it doesn't, because that's another couple weeks of political reporting that everybody has to deal with. But if it does, it actually comes down to Congress. And as we know, Congress is split right now. We've got half Republicans, and they control the House, and the Democrats control the Senate. So I think we know how they're going to vote on that. And if that's the case, then we have another tie to worry about. So. It could be months if it comes down to a tie. Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah, let's hope not. So there's 2 major topics that I wanted to touch on, one being the Supreme Court and one being Amendment 64 in here in Colorado. Let's stay on the national beat real quick. Not Amendment 64, the Supreme Court. With the Supreme Court, this next president could decide the fate of the Supreme Court in the future.
There's going to be possibly 3 or 4 justices up within the next 4 years we're going to get new justices in. So we've got Justice Kennedy, Justice Scalia. They're in their 70s. They're going to be out of there. So if Mitt Romney's president, you can hope to see a couple Republican justices in there. If Barack Obama stays president for another 4 years, probably a couple more Democrats on there.
And real quick, Amendment 64 in Colorado,
Definitely.
huge, especially here in Fort Collins with them moving all the dispensaries out of the city. What does Colorado have to look forward with that?
We're going to be in the history books for one. If that does pass, we're going to be the first state to legalize marijuana for anybody over 21, and that means anybody over 21. The ballot is actually written for that, so you don't have to live just in the state. So we have a couple problems to deal with there, and that may be history making when the DEA steps in. Tell everybody from other states not really to come in here.
Exactly. Federal law still overpowers state law.
Exactly, yeah.
All right, well, I'm Dylan Thomas. This is Sean Corbett. It's been great bringing you guys all this political coverage over the time.
Great. Thanks, guys. Paper or plastic? That may be a phrase Fort Collins shoppers may not hear again. Although the ballot issues are almost decided, the city is looking into a possible new law that could be implemented within the year. This Thursday, the city is hosting a work session where they will discuss waste reduction in Fort Collins, and the main topic will be plastic bags in grocery stores.
We kind of did a review of what other communities have done, and there appear to be about 3 approaches, and one is an outright ban on disposable bags, and that approach has certainly been taken by a lot of communities, but in other places they've applied a fee.
Communities in 29 other states have already implemented bag policies. Here in Colorado, Boulder looks to impose a 10-cent fee for plastic bags in 2013.
Well, we look closely at the information that Boulder produced because our communities aren't too different. That might be the same sort of data we would use in Fort Collins.
Grocery stores would encourage customers to use these reusable bags to cut down on waste created by the disposable ones.
They're probably one of our biggest problems with the wind out here, and the bags do get taken away by even light winds. They lift up and float all over the place, as you can see.
You know, even though we love to hate plastic bags, I don't think necessarily just shifting the burden onto paper bags is what this community will want to do.
The city encourages community participation on Thursday. Come give your opinion on waste reduction. Join the discussion this Thursday at 4:30 p.m. in the community room at 215 North Mason Street or online at fcgov.com/plastic bags.
The Colorado community gives back to the less fortunate this fall.
That's right, Katie. Organizations in Denver teamed up for a day of caring. CTV reporter Sarah Downey has the story after the break.
Seasonal temps are sticking around for at least a few more days, but there's a chance for snow coming up in your 7-day forecast. Today we saw sunny skies and warmer weather across the entire state. Today in Denver we got up to a high of 66. Across the I-25 corridor it was also in the upper 60s. Across the eastern plains it was in the mid 60s, and here in Fort Collins we got up to 63 degrees. Here in Fort Collins, it will be dry and warmer than average through Friday. Tomorrow, we should see temps climbing up into the lower 70s, so it will be a great day to spend some time outside before we get some colder weather. Let's see when those cooler temps are moving in. Thursday and Friday, the highs drop a little into the 60s, but will still be sunny and dry. As we go into the weekend, a front moves into our region, bringing much cooler temperatures and some precipitation. The mountains will see a chance for snow on Saturday and Sunday, but here we'll be seeing mostly rain and light snow on Saturday. On Sunday, though, it will be very cold, with highs only getting up into the 30s. Into early next week, we warm back up a little into the 40s and 50s, and sunshine returns to the area. For your updated weekly forecast, tune in to CTV every Tuesday at 8 p.m. or watch online at ctv11news.com. For CTV Weather, I'm Ashley Wallinger.
CTV reporter Sarah Downey is here. And Sarah, it's getting to be that time again where it's the time of giving.
Absolutely, Michael. The election is finally wrapping up, and it's a good time to check in with the community to see what we've been doing for each other these past few weeks.
Thanksgiving just around the corner, Coloradoans everywhere are remembering to pitch in. 9 News gave back at their 30th biannual 9 Cares Colorado Shares event held on Make a Difference Day, October 27.
It's just a day where, the entire community can come together and really, pool their resources and fill the food banks and make sure that kids have toys on Christmas morning and people have warm coats to wear during the entire winter.
In addition to the 140 9 News volunteers across the state, an estimated 3 million volunteers participate in Make a Difference Day nationwide.
We filled up one full truck, which is awesome. That's a lot of stuff in that. We have warehouses, and so it'll go to the warehouse, and then we disseminate it out to the stores that might be low on stock right now if there's not a ton of donations coming in. So it goes all the way up to Fort Collins, Greeley, all kinds of places throughout Denver.
But even with these donations, some items are still scarce.
Baby items like diapers, baby food, baby formulas, things like that don't really come in as much as needed.
With 16 million Americans falling under very food insecure conditions, this holiday season is a great time to give back.
Find a place that needs your help, because there's always people out there that could use a helping hand, whether that's a food kitchen or a food bank or just somebody that needs a Meals on Wheels. There's always ways to volunteer. If you want to get involved, don't wait for one time of the year. It's something you could do all year round.
So even if you miss this event, there's no better time than now to lend a helping hand.
Last year, the 9 News Cares Colorado Shares event collected roughly 250 tons of food and $500,000 in cash. Honestly, guys, it was a great day, but I think one of my favorite moments were these 2 girls who biked up, donated their bikes, and then walked home. It was precious.
Wow.
That's
what a
great.
Great story. All right, well, thanks, Sarah. We'll be right back.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
CTV and the Rocky Mountain Collegian will continue bringing you updates throughout the night.
Reporter Kirsten Swanson will join me tonight in the newsroom, and she's there right now. Kirsten?
That's right, Katie. I'm going to see you back here very, very soon for that special Ustream live event that we have going on with professionals all across the nation talking everything politics tonight. Here's some other ways you can stay in touch with us throughout the night for updated election results. Our Twitter, CTV11, at CTV11, and then also our website, CTV11news.com. From the newsroom, I'm Kirsten Swanson.
All right, thanks, Kirsten. That's all the time we have for you tonight.
Check out our website for the latest election updates at CTV11news.com. Have a great night.
Hey students! ASCSU is your student body government. To find out more, come visit us in room 109 of the LS